when you invest in women and girls, you can change entire communities. And I think that is true at so many levels, right? It relates to philanthropy, it relates to investing in women as leaders, particularly in healthcare. I think in the United States, 13% of 13% of healthcare CEOs are women. And that's when 65% of health workers are women and 80% of healthcare decisions are made by women, right? So there's a problem, there's a disconnect there. We talk about human-centered design. We need women leaders, we need women on management teams to help make decisions that can better serve women who are, in most cases, decision makers relating to the healthcare of their families and their communities. And so, I mean, the need is very pronounced, the data is all there. I think it's very challenging. I don't know what the answer is. I think that there are allocations being made for women entrepreneurs. Most of those allocations, sadly, are going to advanced economies like the US and Europe. I often hear from investors, oh, isn't there a lot of money out there now for women entrepreneurs? No, not ones that are operating in Bangladesh, unfortunately. And we arguably need it, more than ever. But yeah, I mean, there's only so much money that's being allocated, and so we're competing for scarce resources. Philanthropy is often really a band-aid, and it's a needed band-aid, and it's training wheels, to help communities to stand themselves up. But in a country like Bangladesh, which has grown extremely fast, it's one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and in its short history of 50 years, has gone from being a basket case in Henry Kissinger's language, to being a real success story, and now a middle income country, actually. But now that we're at that stage, we need private investment, and we need private investment solutions, and we need to prove that private investment can work. Because, to echo Ellen's point that, when you throw money at a solution without necessarily thinking through what a community needs, you waste money. And when you're held accountable to actually building businesses that serve communities and that generate income, you end up creating solutions that make more sense for those communities, I think. And so I think we also need to start thinking differently. The Washington consensus view of development, I feel, is not really, no longer as relevant as it perhaps once was. We need to stop thinking of countries like Bangladesh and Kenya and Brazil as countries that need us to save them. Let's help them save themselves.